What a day we've got coming up at Sha Tin on Sunday. Welcome to Hong Kong Direct. It is round number 2 on the Battle of the Big Guns. No California Spangle this week, but Golden 60 takes on Romantic Warrior. Coming up on the show this week, there is a focus on Romantic Warrior because Karis Teetan is going to join us to talk about the chance to turn the tables on the champ from last time in the Stewards Cup. And Karis will also talk to us about his ride in the Classic Cup being a flagship warrior. Chris O is joined by Nick Child, who was fortunate enough to take a look through the stables and meet Chris's charge in the Classic Cup, Super Sunny Singh. But when it comes to the Citi Hong Kong Gold Cup, it's a race in 2.
Golden 60's taken over now. He's a length in front of California Spangle and Romantic Warrior, and Hong Kong's horse of a generation wins the race of the decade. Romantic Warrior, he's well clear in the Hong Kong Cup. He is the perfect racehorse, Romantic Warrior, and he's now a Hong Kong Cup winner.
And that is coming up on Sunday at Sha Tin. No California Spangle as mentioned, but we do have the 2 big names when it comes to the mile and 2,000 metre racing. Look at the starter list now for the Citi Hong Kong Gold Cup, 2,000 metres. Favouritism with Romantic Warrior being the longer course this week, we'll find out. This is the field. We've got Golden 60 drawn barrier number 4. He's been back to the trials. He ran 3rd last year, of course, on that rain-affected track behind Russian Emperor and Savvy 9. Romantic Warrior unbeaten, 4 starts, 4 wins, 2,000 metres. The others, Tourbillon Diamonds, placed 2 from 6 over the 2,000. He comes off a 4th behind Romantic Warrior last time. Kaying Stars never won past 1,600 metres. Money Catcher goes up in trip, but he faded badly in the Centenary Bars. Glorious Dragon has his 3rd run for Pierre Ong, and Panfield, Hugh Bowman, will take the ride for Tony Millard. But we start now with our very special guest on Hong Kong Direct this week, and it is the rider of a Romantic Warrior. Karis Teetan's been good enough to join us. Karis, thank you for your time. Firstly, how's the body? All okay after that tumble on Wednesday night?
Yeah, hi Mark. Yeah, I must say I was just very lucky to escape from something that could be very serious. So just lucky that walk away from a serious fall, but without any injury.
That is great news because you've got some very important rides this week. We'll start with Romantic Warrior. Let's briefly go back to the Stewards Cup. Was your guy only getting warmed up towards the end of that race?
Yes, he was only getting going towards the 100 metre to go. So he ran great. You know, we always knew, you know, we are coming into Golden 60s background. So, you know, we expected the horse, you know, to be able to put a performance like that. But we thought, you know, Romantic Warrior was prepped well, and we would be able to give him a bit of more speed. But it's a bit hard from a 2,000 metre to go back to a 16. But at the end of the day, we were very happy with the run.
This week you're back up to 2,000 metres, which must make you very excited. The horse, of course, unbeaten 4 starts over the 2,000 metres, and they've all been in really good races.
Yes, you know, he's an unbelievable horse. He's progressing into you know, something that, you know, we haven't seen here. It's unbelievable how good he is. So I just hope, you know, this weekend he can put everything together and be able to do what he's done before.
I asked Vincent this before the Stewards Cup, but is this a race that plays on your mind the entire week? Are you going through tactics? Is it something you're always thinking about?
Not really, Mark. You know, I know the horse pretty well. It's a small field, so we're just gonna make it very simple. You know, it's of course you go through a race, you will study the form and do all the usual thing we always do, but you don't have to make it that complicated and don't think too much about it. Just ride the race as it suits the horse, you know.
It's a small field again this week. No California Spangle. What about tactics and pace of the race? Is it a benefit? He was never going to run over 2,000 California Spangle. Is it better not having him there, though?
Yeah. Well, of course, you know, the small race, small field is going to be a bit more tactical. Of course, no California Spangle in the race, but we have Money Catcher and Karis Teetan. So they are the most likely the leaders in the race. But we want the race to be run a true 2,000-meter race. We can't be having a race that where we canter and sprint. Then Golden 60 will beat all of us. So that's gonna be at the back of my mind. And if it's a slow run race, then I'm gonna have to make a decision halfway through a race.
All right, so that's plenty of fireworks perhaps to look forward to on the weekend. What about his work since the Stewards Cup? You've ridden him just about every day.
Yeah, Danny asked me to look after the horse and come and take him in the morning every day. It's a pleasure to be just riding him every morning. His gallops has been really good. Last week he gallops on the grass. He felt really good. I galloped him again this morning. He's ready to go. He's feeling good. I don't think Danny can have him any better.
Golden 60 does have a really good record over 2,000 metres. He's only been beaten once, and that was on a rain-affected track. So he's no slouch over the 10 furlongs, the champ.
Yes. Of course, we mustn't forget about that. Golden 60's won this race before, and he's won over the 2,000. And listening to what Vincent and, of course, France is saying lately, they say their horse has been really relaxed lately, and they think now he will even be better over 2,000 meter. So we need to respect what they are saying, and like you say, his record over 2,000 is still good. But he's now coming to take on one of the best 2,000 meter in Hong Kong. So it's gonna be a great race for both those horses.
They are the only two being talked about, Karis. Do you focus on where he is the entire race in relation to where you are?
Yeah, of course. It's a race that where I'm gonna have to keep him in mind where Golden 60 will be in the race. But I think I'm just gonna ride my horse the way it will suit him, because I know he's the best horse over the 2,000 meters, so I want to ride a race to suit my horse. Of course, keep an eye where Golden 60 will be, especially if the pace is slow.
Karis, just hang fire. We'll come back and talk to you shortly more about Flagship Warrior in the Classic Cup and a few other things. But first, let's hear from the enemy. Here's Vincent Ho on Golden 60.
Vincent Ho, Golden 60. How much are you looking forward, first off, to this weekend? Obviously, there's this big clash between himself and Romantic Warrior. Plenty to look forward to on Sunday.
Yeah, definitely. Romantic Warrior obviously proven very, very good in the 2000, which could be very hard to beat. But of course, it's one of the best horses in Hong Kong again, and race together is gonna be fun and exciting.
It certainly should be fun. It certainly will provide us with plenty of excitement. Going back to his win last time in the Stewards Cup, now he has got the beating, of course, of Romantic Warrior, but that was very much in your backyard over a mile. That race, Vincent, I imagine you couldn't have wanted it to go any smoother, and the way he won was very impressive.
Yeah, of course he, had two good horses in front of us, and just could outsprint them in the final quarter. So yeah, it won very well, and it pulled up very well. Track work's been very well. So yeah, hopefully he can also do the same in 2000.
You mentioned his track work, Vincent. He's also had a recent trial. Looked like a pretty easy trial. Did he come through that A-OK in your mind?
That day we just go easy because it's not too far off from last race, so you can just let him stretch his leg a bit, then going slow in the big track, and the turf gallop's been really well. Yeah.
From a tactical perspective, Vincent, there is a bit of pace in the race. Of course, Money Catcher can roll forward. Karis Teetan certainly not adverse to leading as well. How does the race play out in your mind prior to the jump on Sunday?
It really depends and where Golden 60 is comfortable. He doesn't pull at all now, so wherever we jump, we land, then we're comfortable. So it doesn't matter where.
There he is, Vincent Ho. So we've heard from Karis Teetan, we've heard from Vincent Ho, the riders of the two big guns. 4:05, the Citi Hong Kong Gold Cup on Sunday afternoon at Sha Tin. We're off to a break here now on Hong Kong Direct. Plenty more coming up. Karis will join us once again to talk about his ride in the Classic Cup Flagship Warrior, and we'll meet fellow Classic Cup contender, Super Sunny Singh.
Running it strongly. It's Voigt, Bubble and Jamie Carr for the Classic Mile. Tuchel in front. Galaxy Witness won't get him, and Tuchel kicks the goal at the last. It is Galaxy Witness. Winner Method won't lie down, but Galaxy Witness will do enough to see it out. Super Sunny Singh is singing one heck of a tune at the moment.
Second stop for the 4-year-old series on the road to the Derby is race number 9, and here is the field for this year's Classic Cup. Keefe, he wears a hood. He was disappointing in the Classic Mile, but he has run second over the 1800 prior to arriving. The Classic Mile winner is Voyage Bubble. Beauty Versus won up to 2,500 metres in Australia, so the step up in distance won't worry him. Tuchel draws barrier number 1, Flagship Warrior. We'll talk to Karis shortly about his chances. No cheek pieces. They're off. The crossover noseband goes on. Galaxy Witness, Super Sunny Singh step up to the 1800 for the first time. Sword Point was an easy winner at his only go over 1800 in Hong Kong. Encountered wears a hood, as does Majestic Colour, and Sinba is on the 7-day backup. One for the girls, Bonza Perla. She wears saddlecloth number 14. Lyle Hewitson for David Hayes, and David has put the cheek pieces on. Special guest still here on Hong Kong Direct, that is Karis Teetan, who joined us about Romantic Warrior. Well, the other warrior, Karis, is Flagship, and still watching the replay of that debut win in Hong Kong, what a wonderful performance it was.
Yes, Mark, he's such a nice horse, and I think he's gonna progress into a nice horse towards next season. But like you say, his first win in Hong Kong from Drone 14, top weight. Not many horses can do that, so that shows, you know, he's got a bit of quality about him.
Do we just put the pen through the form for the Classic Mile? It was a race where pretty much nobody made ground with the way they ran the race.
Yes, you know, I can watch the race 1,000 times, and there's nothing else you could have done. It was just a race that was run to suit the first 4 horses in the race. And all of us just couldn't make up any ground. I think it was only Galaxy Witness that made up some ground in that race, and that was it. You know, I just hope the Classic Cup will run a better pace. We can get a bit more luck from the draw, but the horse is very well.
Let's talk about the trial. Karis, he jumped pretty awkwardly, but gee, found the line strongly after that.
Yes, so we've decided now to put a cross noseband on him, so that will make him switch off a bit more into his run, because last time I felt that he was traveling too hard into the race, so we need him to relax a bit more. And he had the cross noseband before the trial a few days before. He's used of the cross noseband, but I just think when he was in the gate, there was someone holding him up there, and I don't think he was 100% ready to jump. And when he did jump, he threw his head up, and that's what caused it, because he was not fully ready in the gate. But then we took him back to the 1800-meter, jumped out. He was the first one out, so there's no problem with his jumping out. He's fine. I think he will jump on term on the weekend.
And 1800, no problem either, because he has won over that trip in Australia prior to arriving. But we're going to come back to Karis shortly, because Super Sunny Singh is untried over 1800 metres. He's absolutely flying, and Nick Child ventured down to the barn to meet his trainer Chris So and the horse himself, Super Sunny Singh.
It's Super Sunny Singh taking over now from Gallant Waking. Capital Legend with some minor inroads, but Super Sunny Singh is singing one heck of a tune at the moment.
Chris, thank
Yes.
you so much for inviting us around to take a look at this wonderful horse, Super Sunny Singh. A huge day coming up on the weekend, a day that I'm sure won't be lost on you.
Yeah, well, you know, it's last time when I joined this race, I think it's a long time ago, maybe 8 years ago. Record warrior. I think, you know, I'm quite so happy, you know, can bring the horse to the Classic Club again.
What type of horse is he, Chris? I mean, we can see him here. Obviously, he seems very relaxed. He's got a lovely outlook about him. Has he always been a lovely horse to deal with from the start?
Well, you know, that's why, you know, I think, you know, his character, everything is okay. And even the last run, you know, we spoke to the jockey, Vincent. He's quite happy because last time is the first time step up for the 16. Seems like he's so relaxed. That's why we decided to step up again. And also, of course, you know, Janice is the owner. He wants us to, you know, try to put him to the big race, the Classic Mile, but we can't make it last time. That's why, you know, last time we went up to the 16, we win, and so, you know, we decided to the Classic Club, maybe order Derby, and let's see this week what's the result.
How much do you and your owners enjoy the moment? Because we see you around the track, Chris. You've always got a smile on your face. You're always a great guy to chat to. You're always very happy with the way things are going. How special is this moment with a horse like this for everybody?
Well, you know, of course, you know, very happy, you know, because he's a good horse. It's not easy to find, and seems like, you know, he seems like he got an ability for some group race. That's why for Super Sunny Singh, like him, you know, he's keep improving. Already gets free winner this year. So, you know, I really pleased, you know, I have him, and the owner, you know, give me some confidence. And trained his horse.
Super Sunny Singh on the outside of A-Pal from Red Line. Super Sunny Singh, though, he's going to go to the line and he's going to win again. Super Sunny Singh, he won't be singing for his supper tonight.
You're not too unfamiliar with an improver, Chris. Fabulous One was a horse that you had a few seasons ago, and he improved out of all recognition. Yeah. This guy's of the same sort of ilk. Is he a better horse than Fabulous One?
So far, I can't say, because it seems like, you know, Fabulous One is a sprinter, and seems like, you know, Super Sunny Singh, he can go further. And even the last start we went up for the 16, it seems like he's so relaxed. That's why, you know, 18, I think is no problem. But, you know, I can't compare, you know, because Fabulous One is a sprinter, and this guy is a distance. So I think, you know, I hope, you know, he run well on this Sunday and handle the distance, and we try to go to the Derby.
Chris, obviously it'd be great to see your name up in lights there with a big win come the weekend. How do you prepare for the race? I mean, your horse looks extremely well prepared. How does Chris, the trainer, prepare?
Actually, everything is just normal, just like as usual, nothing special. But most important is keep him happy, and the crew, you know, keep an eye on him every day. Even check every couple hours, you know, the shoes, everything, temperature, that's normal.
Karis is still with us after that feature on Super Sunny Singh. Karis, you're not a stranger to a few of these horses you're up against in the Classic Cup. Of course, you rode Voyage Bubble at his first start in Hong Kong.
Yes, he's a lovely horse. It was a shame that I couldn't ride him again, but since then, of course, he's done great thing. Of course, you know, great. Well done to all of them, the connection and the trainer, especially Jamie Khan, to win the Classic Mile on him last time. He looks like a nice progressing horse.
You've also had steers on Majestic, Colour, and also Simba. He was a good winner, Simba, but he's untried over 1800 as well.
I think Simba, it's a question mark about the 1800 meters, but he's a lovely horse. I think he's gonna even be a better horse next season.
Without going through them one by one, you also got 8 rides on the program on Sunday. You've got a first starter 2 round the globe. What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, Mark, he's a lovely horse. I've done a few trial on him, and I must say all his trial has been decent. I think he's gonna be competitive. He's got a nice draw, and it's the same owners as Voyage Bubble. So let's hope I do well for them.
Absolutely, could be a massive day for them. Karis, just hold fire there for a moment. We're going to reminisce before we let you go shortly, but we've got to have a look at the diary about what is coming up in Hong Kong with racing this Sunday, of course. Massive day. Citi Hong Kong Gold Cup, Group 1 at 4:05 and the Hong Kong Classic Cup at 5:15. Back to Happy Valley on Wednesday night, trackside live on air from 6:15 Hong Kong time. And then Sunday, the 5th of March, more racing over at Sha Tin. But the focus is very much this Sunday, Karis. We're about 3 weeks away from the Derby, of course, this time last year. Well, 3 weeks from this time last year. Life couldn't get much better for you, could it?
Yes, of course. With both, with family and winning the big races. So let's hope, it's going to be a great time this year again. It's of course an important 3 week coming, the Derby, but we have all the focus for the weekend first.
What is it like for a jockey to win a Derby, though? Talk us a bit about that feeling.
Oh, Mark, it's it's a once in a lifetime glory. The year before I was just touched off the Derby, and I felt sick for 2 months. So winning the Derby last year was a different feeling. I think you can ask every jockey in Hong Kong, this is one race we all want to win. There's so much pride to it, so much joy of winning a race like that.
Well, Karis, thanks for joining us. You've nearly got a 1-year-old daughter now as well. After it's nearly 12 months since Romantic Warrior won the Derby, we really appreciate your time here on Hong Kong Direct today.
Thanks, Mark. Thank you so much.
There he is, Karis Teetan, off to ride Romantic Warrior on Sunday. But we're going back just short of 12 months ago with our classic race. It is the 2022 BMW Hong Kong Derby.
800 metres left to go in the BMW Hong Kong Derby in California Spangle. Joined 3 wide by Rocket Spade. He's worked hard. SJ Torby in the middle. Money Catches had a really good run fourth the fence. Then came Mr. Ascendancy. Champion Dragons under the whip from Romantic Warrior, Senor Toba. And then came the Irishman. It's California Spangle with 400 to go. He comes 4 off the rail. Plenty of room for Money Catcher. Romantic Warrior, then Senor Toba and the Irishman. California Spangle, can he run it out? Money Catcher to the inside. Romantic Warrior, 3 horse go in the Derby. California Spangle, 2 horse go. Romantic Warrior, the Spangle lifts, the Warrior comes. Romantic Warrior takes the lead, and Romantic Warrior wins the Derby for Karis Teetan. Romantic Warrior beat California Spangle. Money Catcher, Senor Toba.